understand that the use of gas stoves caused flight cancellations out of New York City. All right? When was the last time that not driving an EV caused the atmosphere to be polluted with particulate matter from a burning fire in Canada? Honestly, this is so stupid, but she's going to go ahead and parrot the green agenda nonsense.
Partake in any outdoor activity and start a catastrophe. Many world leaders are still wary of any substantial climate action because of their unrelenting dependence on oil. And among the world's top oil suppliers is Canada, as well as the U.S. And, of course, there's Saudi Arabia. Their massive oil supply has made them one of the richest nations in the world.
Okay, so why aren't there any fires in Saudi Arabia? Oh, yeah, because they don't have any trees. But there you go. That's what they're saying now. It's all. And Jennifer Granholm, the secretary of the environmental secretary, what the hell she is, EPA director, who is a dimwit. She says now that we got to get rid of our gas furnaces. You got to do an electric furnace. The problem with that is you need electricity to power your electric furnace, and most of the time your power plants that provide the electricity are burning coal or natural gas. So there's that. So literally what this dimwit wants you to do now, when they're talking about getting rid of your gas stove, certainly you're getting rid of your gas furnace now, and what they'll do is just make you get an electric car, an electric stove, an electric furnace, and rely on the natural gas powered power plant to run it. Because that's how stupid these people are. Yeah. Apocalyptic haze engulfs New York City. Canadian wildfires push air quality to unprecedented levels, making the world's most polluted city. So, Canada, run by Justin Trudeau, who's a Green New Deal acolyte, always saying that the world is going to end. We could burn coal-fired power plants, night and day for 100 years. You could literally go out and start your cars outside of the garage, let them run all day, million cars. You'd never shut down air flight flying out of airports on the East Coast. You would never ground flights in LaGuardia, Newark, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey, and Virginia. They all have worse air quality than New Delhi, India, thanks to Canada. Thank you, Canada. You know what, Canada, honestly, wow, you're a sucker fish. That's what Canada is. Canada's a sucker fish on the United States. We're the big shark, we're the one that's saving the world and all that stuff. And you got the sucker fish of Canada on the north, and you've got the sucker fish of Mexico on the bottom. And right now, you just kind of got to wonder, how valuable either one of them are. Nothing against Mexico and Canada, but, So there's that going on. Nothing that you could do today in your life, your entire life of burning fossil fuels, would cause what is happening by a wildfire from mismanaged forests in Canada. So there is that. So if you honestly are down with this climate change nonsense and you believe this is caused by climate change, you're kind of an idiot, because forest fires aren't happening everywhere.
Yes, it's only an Al Gore scam.
Always has been.
Just a climate change fantasy. It's all liberal make-believe to destroy the economy.
Thanks for the smoke, Canada.
It's a sinister Al Gore scheme to spread grief and cause misery. $10 a gallon gas and no electricity.
This is Jim Gossett.
I've got no shame, as I showed on Meet the Press. I've got no shame. I must confess I'm a big fat mess. It's a global warming scheme, just as phony as it can be. But it's making a billionaire out of hypocrites like me.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Watch your power bill triple soon. Say goodbye to your SUV. Just wait till we confiscate your new HD TV.
Yeah, there is that. So, and isn't it amazing that whenever the super people who, go to Davos and talk about global warming and climate change, and people like Al Gore and Barack Obama and whatnot, they always talk about how the sea levels are rising because of climate change. They haven't, by the way, not one little bit. If that were the case, it would be true all over the world, because that's just that way water works. That's why we have this thing called sea level, because sea level always stays the same, unless, of course, there's massive amounts of ice melting because of global climate change, which is not happening. But all these people, they like to build houses right there on the beach. It's really funny. Every time they get the opportunity, they go right down to the beach and build a new house. Barack Obama even tore down the mansion they used on Magnum PI to build a new mansion, and he's got his own private, seriously, natural gas tanks on the property so they can fuel his home. It is remarkable. And you know what? You just ain't being played by it anymore. I don't think anybody's being played by this. Nobody looks at the smoke coming down from Canada and goes, well, gosh darn it, if I didn't have this gas-guzzling car, I'd be breathing fine right now. No, because we're not stupid. What else? And then here's some examples of how we are not stupid. All right, so 60% of likely U.S. voters believe the FBI covered up Biden family crimes. How is that possible? The FBI has controlled all means of communications. The FBI worked with big social media and the mainstream media to shut down all discussion of everything that was counter to the government. They called it misinformation and disinformation. Somehow you are able to say, despite the fact, and this is crazy, right? Listen, ABC, CBS, NBC, PBS, NPR, MSNBC, CNN, none of them have been covering Joe Biden and the FBI covering up their crimes. Yet, 60% of us believe because we're not stupid. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy that despite all of the propaganda, we've been able to discover the truth? Here's another truth. Half of independent voters say Biden's age severely limits his ability to do his job. An alarming poll shows Americans are increasingly concerned for the 80-year-old who is still Democrats' only option. Now, here's the deal. It's not his age. It's his brain's not working, and he's declining. Because Nikki Haley said, we need people nobody over 75 should run for president. Well, it just so happens Donald Trump is 76, so we know where Nikki Haley is. But a new Economist YouGov poll, 48% of independent voters believe that Biden's age, small portion of, and declining health severely limits him. Only 8% of the same voting bloc believe that it is not a factor. And if you don't believe me, listen to the glorious words of Senator John F. Kennedy.
In my opinion, it's a moranathon. And it is just further evidence that crazy never takes a day off in Washington, D.C., when President Biden's in charge.
He was originally talking about going after household appliances, which the Democrats are trying to do, even though gas stoves are the most efficient and awesome way to cook. Gas fireplaces are absolutely amazing. Gas furnaces are amazing. You want us to burn wood? Seriously, you want us to get rid of our gas fireplaces, replace them with wood? How's that working for Canada?
It's also going to be very unpopular, particularly the price rises. Polling clearly shows, fairly or unfairly, that a majority of Americans think that President Biden is on a day pass from the nursing home. And further polling shows that at the moment the president is about as popular as a colonoscopy.
Yeah. And I was saying that he was polling right above eczema and right below toe fungus, so right about there. But, so they want us to get rid of natural gas so you can replace the natural gas fireplace, put wood in there, and then Canada. Okay, there you go. It is just a never-ending circle of idiocy. It's a traffic circle of idiocy, and there's no exit. You just sit there and go, can I go? Oh, no, okay. Can I go? Now they're blocking me again. I want to leave. Can I go? No, they're going to go ahead and mandate you can't have a gas go. I'm going to exit here. No, you can't, because whatever. It is remarkable. All right, so coming up, we've got a lot of news with regard to Christopher Wray, the leader of the FBI, being held in contempt. Apparently that is on hold because others have been able to see this form that alleges that Joe Biden took $5 million from a foreign national in exchange for foreign policy. You want to guess who that country was? Just take a guess. This is a wild guess. You ready? It was Ukraine. The country we just sunk $120 billion into a war with Russia. Joe Biden's son was on a corrupt gas company's board of directors. Joe Biden had the prosecutor investing that company fired, or they wouldn't get $1 billion. Oh yeah, and the Defense Department doesn't want to give us an itemized list of what all the money we're sending Ukraine is for. Kind of a nicely wrapped package of garbage that they've given us, isn't it? That's coming up. Also, they're going after Donald Trump for classified documents. One of Trump's former lawyers say it's prosecutorial misconduct, and everybody knows it is. The number here, guys, if you want to chime in today is 800-922-6680. If you are living on the East Coast, just put a damp cloth over your face and call. 800-922-6680. This is the Rob Carson Show.
Packages start at $29.99 a month with an agreement. Restrictions apply. Speak to a representative for complete offer details. See Vivint.com for license details. Terms and conditions apply.
Homeowners, if you're looking for the best in home security and smart home technology at a price you can actually afford, we have great news. Now you can get Vivint's award-winning home security systems starting at about $1 a day. U.S. News and World Report has recognized Vivint as the best professionally installed home security system of 2022. And right now, you can get Vivint's home security technology for about $1 a day. Plus, get free professional installation from a licensed technician. Protect your home and loved ones for as low as $1 a day. Call right now for your free home security consultation.
800-569-5802. 800-569-5802. 800-569-5802. That's 800-569-5802.
Hi, this is Manuel Rodriguez from Central Coast Ace Hardware. We have locations in Salinas, Marina, Gilroy, 2 stores in Watsonville and 1 in Freedom. We're your locally owned hardware store. Your neighbors looking for a barbecue to grill outside the spring? We have a full line of Weber's, Traeger's, and Big Green Egg. We also offer free assembly and free delivery within our market. And remember, we carry a full line of barbecue accessories and tools, charcoal lighter, anything that you're looking for. We have briquettes. Come and see us. We want your business. We are eager to help you. And customer service is number one, and we mean that. So next time you're working around the house or in your house, come by. If we don't have it, please ask us. We can always help you find it. You can always go to our website, centralcoastacehardware.com. You can find just about anything you're looking for, even advice.
Bill Graff here, talking with Alexander Hagan from Etheric Networks.
Etheric is an internet service provider, and we have the Mount Madonna Tower. That's the most famous tower. We also provide service from Loma, and we have new systems that are coming in this summer. We're going to be able to triple our speeds on our rural systems, and we also have a gigabit system that we're going to be deploying to all these towers. We have several new towers coming online for Salinas, Gonzales, Monterey, so we're pretty much going to be able to cover the whole Salinas plain, and we're finally fusing our fiber from the Bay Area ring that we have. Amazing recovery, like under 1 second recovery from fiber cuts versus traditionally 45 seconds to 5 minutes, and all kinds of aspects of redundancy and recovery and resilience and availability that's too long to talk about in a short segment like this. We'd like folks to just send a mail to sales@etheric.net and mention the KSCO special. We'll give them 10% off on their first year on install, on equipment, on service.
Contact Etheric Networks today.
Are you interested in a radio show with tips and tools to help you unravel the mysteries of your personal finances? Would getting a firm understanding of the basic laws of money management help you out? Then listen to Money Moves on Thursdays. Host Pamela Fugit-Hetrick and her guests provide information so that you can successfully manage your own money. Tune in to Money Moves Thursdays on KSCO AM 1080 Santa Cruz.
Join Pam Thursdays at 3 p.m. for Money Moves.
If you think things couldn't get any worse, think again. We're all now in completely uncharted territory, all of us, from the entire COVID-19 scenario to covert climate engineering operations in our skies to unfolding ecological collapse around the world. Converging catastrophes are closing in from countless directions. What cards will the controllers play next? Tune into the commercial-free, non-political Global Alert News Hour, Saturday mornings at 8 a.m.
and replayed again 6 p.m. Saturday
on KSCO 1080 a.m. This is Dane Wigington from geoengineeringwatch.org.
proud to serve as the iceberg to the SS Titanic every day. It's the Rob Carson Show.
Somebody name a single man-made event or action that would cause, other than 9/11, all of the flight cancellations up and down the eastern seaboard with pollution in the atmosphere. Anybody, any number of gas-guzzling cars or trains or boats or tractor trailers or leaf blowers or gas stoves or gas furnaces, any one of those things caused the massive shutdown that all of this pollution caused by a natural event in Canada has done? No. Because the amazing thing, when they go after things like every once in a while my wife will say something like, I'll do something small that, let's not talk about sex here, but I'll do something, small and meaningless, like I'll throw away an aluminum can in the regular trash. And she'll be like, you threw away a can in the regular trash, or you didn't take the glass to the recycling. Oh my God. And if you just take that single glass or whatever, and you back away from it to the other side of the room, it's pretty small, and then you back away to the end of the block, and then it's minuscule, then you go up about 30,000 feet, and it doesn't even exist, right? It's the same way with a car. It's the same way with even a giant container ship. From space, you can't even see it. So its effect is nothing compared to a massive event that was caused by forest mismanagement in Canada. A natural event that was fueled, just like the fires in California always are, because you've got leaders who say, oh, we can't clear out the scrub. You might be erasing some sort of a habitat for the yellow-bellied fart warbler or something. It's remarkable. When I was a kid growing up in Iowa, we would have we'd had a big acreage, and then on the sides there were natural grasses in the ditch line, right? And every year we'd go out, we'd take our garden hoses, and we'd call the fire department. We'd say, we're going to burn off the ditches. We're going to get rid of that scrub from last year because it's going to be a fire hazard later in the season. Let's just clear it out now so new growth can happen. That happens with forests. It's natural. That's what happens in grasslands, like in Canada, or in Kansas. You go out west, and all of a sudden, lightning strikes. All that's burned off, allows the fresh new wheat to grow, and it's a natural occurrence. It should happen every once in a while. Forest fires are going to happen. But when you mismanage your forests and make them into giant tinder boxes, like Gavin, or whatever the hell his name is in Canada, Justin Trudeau, then this happens. And then every amount of pollution that we have literally contributed to the atmosphere in the last 50 years is nothing compared to what is sweeping down our entire country from Canada. It really is remarkable. It just really, really is remarkable. And to blame it on this climate change just shows what a gigantic ignoramus you are, MSNBC. Enjoy, Reed. So let's move on to the FBI, Joe Biden. The FBI, we all know now, and fortunately, I feel very blessed to know that the FBI, an organization that I really respected even probably a year ago, has lost all credibility because they are profoundly corrupt. They have been profoundly corrupt, presumably, since their founding during the Wilson administration. The Church Committee happened in the 1970s, supposed to fix it, didn't. Same with the banking crisis of 2008, should have fixed it, didn't. But that's what government is in the business of. Never fixing anything, always having a crisis, and then abusing people. So a poll published yesterday by Rasmussen reports 60% of likely U.S. voters believe the FBI was involved in covering up Biden family crimes. Around 48% of respondents thought a cover-up was very likely, compared to 33% who didn't believe the FBI cover-up was likely. Probably because they watch MSNBC, CNN, ABC, PBS, NPR, PBR. The poll also found the FBI's favorability rating has fallen underwater for the first time. Not a big surprise. 44% of likely voters say they have an unfavorable view. No, 44% say they had a favorable view of the FBI, down from 60 in 2018. Independents also held a harsh view, with only 36% viewing the Bureau in a favorable light. And the only reason that number is because people believe that the agents of the FBI, the field agents, are still good and decent people. That's why we have whistleblowers. That's why we have whistleblowers. This is Cash Patel yesterday talking to Steve Bannon because the